All right, hello everybody. Welcome to day 976. That's right, we are back. The stream is back. You're back, hopefully. Currently, there are 0 viewers. That may be subject to change because, unfortunately, we are on a time limit. I was going to say the word because I forgot to put this part in. Um, I hope that you people appear soon because I have this show gig thing tonight, and it's inconvenient. The timing's inconvenient. Everything about this gig is inconvenient, but it's okay because we'll get through it together. And don't go to the gig. It's not going to be. It'll be alienating for people who are used to particular musical content on my account. So, fair warning. Good evening, Mesathula. It's been a while since we've seen you. Since you've seen me for budgetary reasons, me and my team have had to retract the old software used to bolster the streams and make them better, which sucks, but it'll return. It's just you have to make up that deficit. I'm getting taxed big time for my heavy usage of Izzy, which they do not endorse us. So they've been suing us because of our usage of their product. They don't want to be associated with the Pika mental disorder. Some bullshit. Good evening. I'm going to the gig. Get the fuck out of here. Where is the gig? You don't even know where it is. I kept its location a very carefully guarded secret. I've been swearing off of gigs recently, so just now. Also, I have not seen you in real life anywhere. I highly doubt that you ever leave that house or whatever structure that you reside in. Because based off the way you talk, you do not go outside. Unless I'm confusing you with somebody else, but I think it's you. Which, by the way, you were an alpha when I knew you. Still might be. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm in Indiana right now. Or you're in Indiana. I'm in Indiana right now. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Well, I think you're going to have a hard time getting there. I mean, if you start booking it right now, by the time there's 2 minutes left at the gig, you should be about halfway there, maybe. Belly Up Stevie asks, who are you? I'm going to assume you're asking Mesathula because to ask me who I am, it's stupid. The title says it all. I'm a guy who eats paper every day. Who are you? Fucking wacky question. Well, nice to see you again. We have a combination of new and old here. I don't think Belly Up Stevie 67 and Mesathula have ever interacted before. I was in Nebraska 3 days ago. That's a little closer, isn't it? And isn't that north of us? I wish I remembered where all the U.S. states were, but, I don't need to be mindful of any U.S. state aside from the one I'm in, I've forgotten it all. Haven't looked at a picture of the Earth, or America, that is, for a very, very, very long time. San Diego 8 days ago. Oh, you just missed it. By a couple hundred hours. I hate Nebraska. What do you have against Nebraska? It's a very inoffensive state. It's shaped like a shoebox. It looks so cute. It's a horizontal state, like a YouTube video, not vertical state, like TikTok video. That's what California is. It's a vertical state. Nebraska isn't that bad. It's kind of foggy. And I like fog right now. In fact, I'm a big fan of the idea of clouds blocking out the sun because it's been absolute fucking hell in California recently. Here's an interesting story. I don't know if anybody heard about this, but there was a flight about, I think 6 or 7 days ago, and they had to basically offboard the plane because the extreme heat was making the air inside of the plane 3 times heavier than it normally would have been. And the plane was about 3/4 the way full, reportedly. I believe this was Delta Airlines. And the extreme heat, it was about 105 to 110 degrees. It was making it so that the air, due to science and shit, inside of the airplane was 3 times heavier, and they had to get half of the people on the plane off the plane because the air was so heavy with the plane 3/4 the way full that if they tried to take off, it would just fall back down to earth and crash. That's insane. That actually happened. The planes are going to have to redesign, or they're going to have to redesign planes to accommodate for how heavy the air is getting because of how hot it fucking is on the ground. No, Mesathula. Stevie is just pretending to not know what the idea of the stream is, just to troll you. He's seen this before. As a matter of fact, he's seen me talk at length and eat paper briefly before. He understands the talk to eating ratio. Belly Up Stevie, you're on thin ice. Enough negativity. No. Listen, I know this legislatively isn't a free speech zone, but we here at the Paper Stream try to make it as close to such a thing. Now, yes, I have made a couple people mods who just censor on a whim. However, I want for you to know that I personally don't stand for such rigmarole as that. So just if Ian censors you, that was not on my volition. And I stand for every ounce of negativity you send my way. I've been asking for years for people on the stream to bully me, and they never fucking do because they're cowards. So, you guys, you got to step it up. Got to take it from constructive criticism up to, irate criticism to straight up bullying. Like, I need for it to reach that level. You guys kind of get there. I think around the mid 600 range, you guys are trying to troll, but you stopped for some reason. I've only been here once. I'm new. Stop being mad at me. Everyone needs to remember the 67 in my name. The what in your name? I forgot what you just said. How have I not been made a mod with my aged tenure? Yeah, that's a good point. And plus, you are by far, and this is not saying much, but this is by far the most responsible person who has ever been made mod before. What does managing versus stand out? Whatever. Fuck it. There you go. Now we have some wings to take out of the oven. Okay, so pardon me. I know the timing is not very good, but if I started this any later, we would be screwed when it came to time, and I'd have to leave, and the stream would have to include me playing one of the most embarrassing gigs I've ever played. So let me just get this damn oven mitts out from underneath. So give me a second. I promise you I'm still eating the paper, so shut up. Bring the drink over, bring the paper over. Okay, to verify, everything's still in my mouth right now. Okay. Mesathula, you're now mod, so if anything sounds stupid or cringy, just get rid of it, all right? Just know I did not choose the specific things to censor, though, so I am still a free speech type pundit. Where is the tongs? Okay. Now, if any of you are wondering, will Brian ever teach us his super secret ring recipe? Just know I have never said it on the internet before ever, and I will proceed not to. I bet it looks so fucking good. I guarantee you, whatever gruel your mother fed to you about half an hour ago, you're not even feeling that anymore. Your stomach all of a sudden feels empty again. There's totally no black spots on here. This is totally not gristle material. This is fine. Did I flip this one already? Hey, chat, did I flip this one already? If I double flip it, then I'm fucked. It's going to be double gristle on the upside. My messages are being censored. I don't see any messages have been deleted. Click here to show things on my live chat. So, well, now I do. Okay, well, never mind. Mesathula, let me tell you the secrets to being mod. It's not a secret if you say it publicly on live chat. Careful, all right? See if you can ask him for his number, and then you can text it to him. You think of this, huh? Smell this. Smell good, huh? The key is butter, by the way. I'll expose about 1/3 of my wing making secrets. The more butter, the better. It is more fat content, but butter is natural, healthy fat, as opposed to the shit found in like popcorn butter at the theater. Now, that stuff is made of RFK Jr. microplastics. You will grow a third ass cheek in 10 years if you eat that shit regularly. Where are my... shit, I gotta call my mom and see if she wants any. By the way, I don't know if you can negotiate this with your mom, but this is how I get out of doing the dishes. I hate dishwashing. I hate it so fucking much. My mom's deal is if you give me some wings, she doesn't specify how many. It can be, 2 to 3, maybe even a half of a wing if I, use a saw or use a little samurai knife that I have up here. Then as long as it's more than 0, some quantity of meat, then she does the dishes for me, which is very cool. Now, not saying I can't do dishes. Yes, I can, and I have, and I probably will in the future. But, the more energy I can save given my insomnia, I will save it. So let me call her and see if I can negotiate. This is how you get ahead in life, all right? You got to exploit resources, all right? Be a little heartless, but exploit. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mommy. Okay, so I'm wondering, is it possible I could give you some wings because I care about you and such?
Yeah, no. I know you're giving me wings because you want me to help clean it up. But okay.
Wait, Mom. You're telling me that if I give you wings, like you do the dishes?
You already know that. Stop it.
I don't know what you're talking. This is crazy. Thank you so much. You didn't need to do this, but this is so nice of you. How many wings do you want? Like 2 or 3?
Sure. That sounds good.
Well, to 2 or 3. I could give you even 4. I'm just willing to give that much, you know?
4's okay too. 4's okay too.
4 is okay too. How about 5? I'm not going to give you 5. I'm just imagining. Like,
yeah. Yeah. So...
I'll give you 4. I'll give you 4.
All right. That sounds good. That sounds really good.
Okay, perfect. All right, Mom. How hungry are you? Did I call you at the right time?
Yeah, you did. It's fine.
Oh, that's good. This was a planned operation, you know, Operation Feed My Mother because I care about her. And thanks for doing the dishes on a whim, man. I really appreciate it.
Yes, anytime. No, not anytime. Thanks. Take it back.
Very clever, very clever. Yeah, don't put yourself in a bind like that. All right, okay, Mom. I love you. I'll see you later.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
See you soon. I'm giving her wings like in 30 seconds. All right. Time for a chat break. Let's read what's going on in chat. After I turn this off, I'm going to burn the fucking sauce. Shit. There we go. Is the gas still going? I light matches for fun in here, so if the gas is still going, then I think we're dead. Well, okay. Once again, my message isn't being acknowledged. You know, deleting a message is a form of acknowledgement. You know, stay on the bright side. He has a mom. She's shown up before, you know. She's walking around in the background often. She's often in the same room when I'm streaming, you know. We're very open with each other. JLJ says, I don't have a mommy. Yes, you're a test tube baby. I know about that. I knew you smelled like formaldehyde when I met you in real life. Put ice and oil on a thin-walled saucepan. That's one. I might have to vary that one up and test it out. We'll call it the Mesothula variation of the wings. I still remember you calling me Lizard Man. Oh, you're saying that to Stevie? I would never call you a slur like that. Lizard Man. 4 wings, so whatever wing count there is right now, minus 4. Because I want to do my mom right. Oh, yeah, and for the record, the paper's still in my mouth. Check this out. Good stuff. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. I know that sounds gross, but I'm telling you, the taste of this sauce exceeds most of everything you'll find at an actual wing restaurant. That is the Brian Case promise. A promise that, you know, is very low stakes because I don't think any of you are in the position to actually come over here and try these yourself. But if you did, you'd say, Brian, you were right. I'm not good at many things, but when it comes to making wings, minus the tossing part, I'm scared it's going to land on the floor if I do this. Fuck. Don't fuck this up, man. You're on camera. Okay, that's mostly fine. And the key is because the sauce has butter on it, it's no longer like flavored water you're splashing on top of the wing. This shit soaks into the skin. It becomes the chicken instead of just on top of the chicken, right? And that bolsters the flavor tenfold. Shit. I think we should give her a napkin, don't you think? Yeah. Like a butler, you know, with a napkin around his arm. This arm will be holding the computer because, you know, I don't want to just disappear for like half an hour. Her and I get dragged away into conversations, especially when I deliver her food. She just gets into talking mode when she gets into eating mode. Where is a napkin? Here we go. Oh, I can't hold these two things. All right. God damn it.
Yeah. My pocket is like stuck in the doorknob.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thanks. My paper I put. Thank you so much. That was so nice. And wow, I feel like I
Here,
got
catch this.
bonanza. Oh, thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Love you, Mom. Hey, say hi. Do you have like 5 seconds to say something to the?
Oops, wait, let me,
the
I'm
paper-obsessed
in the middle
audience.
Of fighting here.
All right, that's your statement. Those are your 5 seconds. A bold and daring statement made from my mother. Those were high quality wings, man. Those dishes that are done, I'll say that was a fair exchange. Especially because I am soaking these dishes because I'm not an absolute monster. Whew. Okay. Now that that's done, wings are soaking. Gig is happening soon, so let's get this shit done. Where's my drink? There it is. We have about 4 or 5 pieces left, everybody. So get buckled up. Lots of gay people have wives. You know, I wonder if they could calculate, right? Closeted homosexual to, I mean, we can't know, obviously, because they're closeted. I've had some people tell me they were closeted, but then when it's revealed, the closeted status, ceases to exist. It collapses in on itself. But what is it? I'm closeted. Not anymore, you aren't. What was I saying, though? Now I'm just thinking about the really good Norm Macdonald bit, but that's a distraction from the actual question here, right? It's very clearly an unmeasurable statistic, but if we could estimate what percentage of gay men are closeted, I would probably go with, let me see, 75%. To, entertain you fellas before I leave, because I want to feel like the stream stands for something. At least we can make a statement collectively before I dip out early. We're going to start a poll. It's Pokemon Go to the polls here. We're going to ask percentage of homosexuals and the answers are not yes or no. We're going to go by increments of 25%, 50%, 5%. If any of you guys pick 100%, you guys are just being contrarian for no reason. Okay, this is a serious poll, but I'm just trying to add like a range here. Now I'm gonna place my bet here. Well, I can't. Okay, yeah, they make it so that the person who makes the poll can't vote in the poll. It's so fucking stupid. He's all right, but that one is. What are you talking? Okay, listen, Ian, we're not gonna debate Norm Macdonald bits. I feel like that's the stupidest debate to get into right now. But Ian, you have to give me. This is your homework assignment. Anytime you give me an opinion, I need 2 reasons. It's just I mean, I feel like Norm Macdonald is the comedian where if you start judging his bits based off that one really did not fulfill my comedic needs. The whole point of Norm Macdonald is he is like an anti-joke comedian. Like the norm for Norm is for him to piss everybody off, because like the whole thing with Norm is like he says some shit and he goes on for like an hour and then you just go, that wasn't even a joke. There was no joke there. He just like said it really, really goofy. And that's the whole thing. It's a joke because it's not even a joke. Like that. I feel like that's the one comedian where you can't really go, that really did not fulfill my comedic desires, Mr. Gecko, you are a full-on conspiracy theorist. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't find it that funny. That is a literal direct quote from those ladies on The View, all right, when he went on there and talked about Bill Clinton being on Epstein Island. He's an anti-joke comedian. That's not a good argument. I'm not saying he's exempt from all criticism, but anything you can when I just feel like critiquing a Norm Macdonald bit for not finding it that funny. It's like critiquing Andy Kaufman for saying, man, the guy just seems really indirect and not really straight up with his intentions. I mean, that's what that seems like to me. It's like if you go into a Norm Macdonald bit expecting to laugh at every single thing he says, I feel like you're setting the wrong type of expectations. And I know he's a comedian, and I know that's what you're supposed to expect. But thing number one, the field of comedy and comedian, it's a terrible format. It's a dead medium anyways. And 2, if you like, just look at some of his interview segments, you know, you'll know what I'm talking about. Also, his strongest suit is not his stand-up. It's him being asked questions or a clip of him on a podcast and he says some epic shit. Now, you see, Ian, when you say stuff like that, that makes me think that you're not really reacting to any specific bit. You're just reacting to a person who found success and is popular. That is a very specific type of hate, you know? And once God reaches his way into you, he'll cleanse that from you, but you just need to give it time. You see, that's why I don't like comedy, Ian, because the reason The Big Lebowski is the best comedy of all time is because the movie, in very subtle ways, skirts any opportunity to remind you that this is a comedy movie. It is an everything movie. I think the least funny comedy movies are the ones that are exclusively comedy movies. The least funny comedians are the ones that are exclusively in comedy. My two favorite comedians ever, Louis C.K. and Dave Chappelle, are comedians who talk, and I go in not even thinking about jokes exclusively. Dave Chappelle tells excellent stories, and his punchlines are like 20% of his stand-up. Like, most of his shit aren't even jokes. It's him telling really interesting stories in a very well-paced manner, and it grips you, and you're not, even there to listen to a joke or a stupid punchline. You're there because he tells a gripping story. Louis C.K. is the best observational comedian of all time, and the relatability of the stuff he says, sometimes the twisted relatability of it, that is not even considered comedy. That's just, holy shit, that is true. Some of his stuff is not even funny, but it still works because it's just very true, and he observes things properly, Lamau, those would be your favorite comedians. Yeah, because they're good. What's your favorite comedian? Jim Gaffigan with his Cinnabon donut bit or something? What's the deal with airline peanuts? You came here to listen to me say jokes. What do you like, Ian? Jerry Seinfeld? I'm kidding. I know you're better than that, but come on now. What the hell does that even mean, Ian? Hannibal Buress is my favorite. He was cool when he was sitting on a couch while crazy shit happened in the background of the Eric Andre show. He's all right. I think the coolest thing he ever did was he called out Bill Cosby before Bill Cosby was called out by anybody else. The guy's an advocate. I think that he only really works when he has someone else. And I'm saying I think because that's my opinion. But I've seen his stand-up specials and I'm just there's something missing here. And that's not just because I saw the other show with him on it first. It's just it's just, to me, not to probably most other people, but to me, it just sounds like a guy mumbling and then people laughing. And it's very weak observational comedy. It feels like an impression of observational comedy, but that's okay. Watch a special. I did, motherfucker. But it was okay. I think he's not bad. You could have picked Amy, what's her name? Amy Wong. I'm talking Hannibal Buress. That. The thing with him is he's actually a good example of my point, right? He does not seem like exclusively a comedian. He doesn't seem to think that the shit he's saying is funny. I think if you just click on a random Netflix special comedian thing, right? Those hour-long specials they make, and you'll find these people. I've never heard of some of these people before, and I've never seen them, probably never will past that point. They're just GPT-generated comedians, and they're all fucking the way they deliver their shit. It's just who are you? How did you even get here? And they think that the shit they're saying is the funniest shit ever, and it's so obvious and transparent. I don't know. He really does it for me. Comedy is really subjective. Yeah, of course, this is all with, this is my opinion. And obviously, those particular comedians that you're not into and I'm not into, they got there because people like them, So there's a huge subset of people with this mindset. But I just do not understand the humor where it's there was a person in Toastmasters, for example, who gave a speech, and this is the only specific example of this that I can think of, but it was supposed to be a humorous speech. So it was essentially a stand-up comedy, right? If you are at Toastmasters delivering a speech and the theme of the speech is humorous, that's what stand-up comedy is. You're doing it in front of a crowd too. And it was about her going to another country and seeing a toilet. And then she would see a bunch of toilets from different countries and became the toilet expert. Now, I'm sure any comedian, including ones that you like, Ian, could deliver something on that and make it absolutely so fucking epic and hilarious. You'd laugh your sides to cramp zones. All right. But this lady, and you will know what I'm saying. I'm going to do my worst impression of this. This is going to make you die inside. But it's now, I've been places and I've seen lots of toilets. This toilet was something else. There were jewels on it. Jewels on a toilet? When I sat down on that toilet and pulled down my you-know-what, I pooped, and I pooped good. It's stuff like that. You know that they're delivering it. Like, why are they saying it like that? You know, your conscious brain doesn't go into it, but your subconscious brain goes, yeah, she's saying like that because she thinks it's the funniest shit ever. So just don't, you know? Focus on telling a story and it'll just happen, you know? I think I came to this realization after specifically hearing this person say that speech, actually, as a matter of fact.
Very good links, by the way.
Yes.
Fran. Thank you.
Guess who I am? A toilet expert. And then she like waits. She like waits for people to go.
What are you talking about?
I'm not going to say it's the internet. I'm not going to say the person's name, but I was using it as an example because we're in a debate over comedians, you know? The comedians, like if you go on Netflix or Hulu or whatever, and they're like, Trump made a tweet recently about immigrants. As an immigrant, I want to say we're strong together. And then the whole audience applauds. Yes! And that's the joke. Or it's like, you know, they deliver some try hard offensive thing or some observational thing. I got peanuts on an airline trip, and there were only 3 peanuts per bag. What is this? The 1860s? What are these rations? You know, delivery. They're delivering it in a way where I'm like,
It was supposed to be funny, but it's not.
yes. And I'm just like, was I supposed to laugh at that, huh? I've never gotten
That's actually funny.
3.
Just even talking about it.
No, it's my laughs are getting sucked back down underneath my nipples down here. I can't.
That rock gig.
In like 20 minutes, probably.
Really? Because we have to walk dogs.
Yeah.
Please walk dogs before, or I will go with you. Just let me know.
Yeah.
20 minutes. I feel a little early.
Ian 30. All comedians think their stuff is funny or they wouldn't be performing it at a comedy club. Not all comedians. I honestly think that Dave Chappelle has, I mean, when he was younger, he delivered his comedy a little different. But when I see how he talks about his own comedy, unless he does an incredible job at hiding it, he really cares about doing the stories because, I mean, Dave Chappelle is a little bit of a big ego whenever he talks about his comedy abilities, but he's like, I was always a natural at comedy. I always got it down. So I'm only focused on using comedy to tell stories, right? So he's no longer focusing on the talent. And I think there's some truth to that because if you stop focusing on I have to be funny as a comedian and just go, okay, what's a cool story and can I just tell it normally, just the way I normally talk? I think that's the sign of a good comedian. You know, it's the lucky people who are capable and kind of have that thing when it comes to delivering a story where the people who really are, you know, gifted are the people who can deliver a story like, not to be transparent or nothing, but deliver a story like that, not think of it as a joke and it's still funny. That is literally what I believe Dave Chappelle is doing. Like, obviously there are punchlines and obviously it's planned to a degree, but I believe his focus isn't my goal is to make this funny. He actually wants for his speeches to have purpose. You're not allowed to eat me. Yeah, I was not even focusing on this. There's a whole like 7 gecko bits going on while I was distracted talking about who knows what. I made it here just in time. Just in time. We have like 5 minutes left. You arrived rounded up in the middle of the stream. We have been going for nearly half an hour. This is very impressive. We really have lots of endurance, guys. And I still need to eat my wings, actually. I should speed this up. Well, there are 2 pieces left. This one and this one. Let's look at poll results. Yeah, okay, so you guys, you know, maybe I should have added like 95% or something like that, but I get it. I get it. The unknown is scary, you know? They should make a horror movie based off of, say, you know, how many closeted homosexuals statistically are out there, you know? Maybe my dad is one, you know, stuff like that. That could be a good horror movie. I guarantee you there are people in America who have night terrors about this regularly. So, but I'm just going to say that these might be your genuine thoughts. And if they are, I mean, this says something about us. And I think that my paper stream is a perfect sampling of demographics from America and their opinions, you know. So this is the perfect proportion of American opinion on closeted homosexuals. Can you believe he called me a gay lizard man? That phrase is uttered very frequently on this stream. Every 5 months or so, it gets used ad nauseum on a particular stream. It becomes a bit and people can't stop repeating it. You'll get used to it. I know this was pre-existing you arriving at this stream. So just, you know, I have 2 at work or work at 2, I'm guessing. And there's 6 of us. So, or 2 at work and Oh wait, hold on. I'm missing something. But I picked 25. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Closeted homosexuals. I thought you were talking about time you have to go to work and leave. That's what you often talk about when you go on the stream. Yes, I picked 25. Yeah, that's reasonable. You know, I think that's a very optimistic mindset. I hope that there are people who are actually upfront about who they are in this day and age. You know, you won't get rocks thrown at you. If you think you are, then you're a fool, or you're a teenager who's scared of everything, or both. Let's see. Burger, tell him to stop saying the slur. He has less leverage than you do. He's not a mod. I have to eat my wings and then get to this thingy dingy. So what are you going to do? Well, what I'm going to do is end the stream here. You know, the slurs in Huckleberry Finn stop when Huckleberry Finn, the book ends, you know, and we're shutting the book right now. Thank you so much for coming to day 976 of Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day. I'll see you tomorrow. That'll be day 977. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. We are done. I like how you guys start.